Sí, sí, usted dígame qué va a hacer y yo le puedo responder la
Ist
pregunta.
oral meter exam för innan gå vill man.
Mhm. Okay. Um, well, I think that you need to really organize your time in your life. It's very important if you want to take to be a good person. In my person, I consider that it is important organize my time because I consider that I have um, a full time. I'm I'm I have my practice in my state university, um, but I finished about this. Um, Now I'm only a student, but este, but I am mom. I have a child. I'm um, I'm daughter. I'm wife. I have a family. I consider that it is important to me. It's very important. So I need to organize my time. Now I'm trying write what I need to be in my day. Um, um, my son, honestly, is my biggest priority, but I also want to be a good student, a partner, daughter, and person. And I know that I'm not perfect, but I'm doing my best to balance everything. I feel that my days are shorter than I need. However, I believe that having a good schedule helps me a lot. To be honest, organize my time is not always easy, um, but I'm trying every day. Um, for example, in my life, I see other people that need to organize their time. For example, my brother. My brother is now recently um, uh, uh, este husband. And it's a uh, new, well, it's very important now, this moment for his. So I recommend for his that he need to work because he doesn't work. Um, he need to study. He doesn't study. He need to reconsider her time. In the English, it's very important this. Um, I want to talk English in my day. I want to travel in other countries, and I want to explain my own ideas. But it's very difficult for me because I had um, a lot of words, but it's very difficult explain, organize this word and explain with other people. I I understand when whatever talk with me. For example, my husband talked with me in English in the day because he traveled in USA and he lived for a few years ago. So I try to practice every day. So the conversation. Um, Eso. No sé si ya se fue los 2 minutos.
Thank you. About Carolina, your
Teacher,
teacher.
and my score. is in classroom or
Good evening, teacher. I'm going to begin the middle oral exams. The first questions regarding for photos is as follows. What is happening? The That photo number one, we see a really messy bedroom with clothes and things everywhere. And the person is sitting on the desk, but they don't seem to be doing any important task. The next picture, a person is laying in bed using their phone instead of using that time to study or attend to their obligation. And the next photo, groups of friends are having fun, taking a selfie together, enjoying a nice break. The next photo, students feel asleep on top of their books, and they tired to study, um, but they were too tired to keep going. The second question is as follows. Do you think the people in the photos organize their time well? The photo number one, no, I don't think so. It's clear that he puts things off, get distracted easily, and doesn't stay organized. And now to finish his work, the next photo, no, he isn't doing it. He is wasting time on his phone and putting of responsibilities that need to be finished. The next photo, yes, they do. The probably finished their task first, so now they can relax without worries. This is a healthy balance between work and test and rest. The photo number four, no, it's a case of poor planning. He waited until that last minute to start, burning himself out and couldn't finish it properly. To work up with the final personal questions, do you think you organize your time well? Why or why not? I think or organize my time will because I keep a record of what I need to do that day or the next. If I think I may forget, sometimes I write it down. Thank you.
Alban Catherine.
Yes, teacher, my group consists in 3 people. Please, Alan, start.
Okay, Kata. Hello, everyone. Let's look at this picture together. In the first picture, I can see a mess bedroom. There are clothes on the floor, and the person is using a computer. I think this person doesn't organize his time very well because his room is on today. In the second picture, a boy is lying on his bed and using his phone. Maybe he's spending too much time on social media instead of doing something productive. The third picture shows a group of friends taking a selfie and having fun. I think it's important to enjoy our free time too. What do you think, Eric? Do you agree with me?
Yes, I agree with you. I also think the last picture is interesting. It shows a man sleeping on a desk. He looks really tired. Maybe he studied or worked for many hours without taking a break. I don't think that's a good way to manage time because rest is also important. I like what you say about balancing work and free time. Personally, I make a list of my daily activities. First, I finish my homework and then I relax by watching videos, playing games, or spending time with my family. Sometimes I procrastinate, but I always try to finish everything before the deadline. Kata, how do you organize your time?
That's a good question. I think time management it's very important because it helps us reduce the stress. Looking at these pictures, we can see different habits. Some people are relaxing, some people are working, and one person is so tired that he falls asleep at his desk. I agree with both of you that we need a balance between studying, resting, and having fun. I usually use a calendar and reminders on my phone to remember my activities. I also try to sleep enough every night because rest helps me learn better. Sometimes I spend too much time on my phone, but I try to control it. So, Alan, I think we all agree that organizing our time help us have a healthier and more successful life. Thank you, teacher.
Aguirre Esnei.
Hello, class. We are Yesbelin, Sney, and I, Camille. For our midterm, we are going to act out a dialogue based on expression for offering to take a message and leaving a message. Let's go, guys. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Camille. May I speak with Yesbelin, please?
Hello, Camila. This is Mr. Esney. Yeveslin that speaking. She is at home right now. She is at soccer practice and she usually finishes at this time. Can I take a message for her?
Yes, please. Could you tell her that she needs to bring her laptop to English class tomorrow morning? It's very important because the teacher is organizing a group presentation and everyone has to use their own laptop.
Of course, I will tell her. Is there anything else she needs to bring?
Yes, please. Remind her to bring her notebook and her charger too. We're going to work for almost the whole class, so she'll need everything.
No problem. I will make sure she remembers. Oh, wait, a second. I think she's arriving now. Jocelyn, you have iPhone. Oh, cool. It's Camila from your English class.
He's that. I said hello. This is Jasmine speaking. I'm sorry, I'm late. I'm fast breathing my hoods. I'm hectic. Home. I'm running soccer practice.
Hi, Yesbeni. How are you? I'm calling because I wanted to remind you about tomorrow English class. Our teachers say that everyone must bring a laptop because we're giving a group presentation and doing some activities online.
Oh, that I do so much. I'm completely forget about it and reading notes. I'm talking about my soccer is short and drinking some water in high packs me backpacks, yes, so your and cash is rated head.
I'm glad I called it. Don't forget to check your laptop tonight. The class is going to be long and we'll probably use it during the full lesson.
That's a good idea. And circuit is consumed and with the finish thinking and also I go to packs me notebooks, me singer and me single tongue and hooks and casting with knitting and dancing away days. And me shared action and with this and talking and I also going and singer and my vector hooks and casting in days.
Perfect. By the way, are you ready for the presentation? I'm reviewing my part right now because I want everything to go well tomorrow.
Yes, and bigs and plastics and me parts and digs are pronouns and think I am ready and hooks and little and nervous because and doing lies, spin and frothy day class and sorry everything with pain.
Don't worry, we prepare everything together, and I know we'll do a great job. If we help each other, the presentation will be successful.
Thanks, Camila. This makes me think and motivated and ready to practice so you and remedial and you encourage me.
You're welcome. Well, I have to finish my homework now. See you tomorrow morning.
See you tomorrow. I had and hearty evening.
You too. Goodbye, Mr. Snake, and thank you for your help.
You're very welcome, Camila. It was nice talking to you. Have a good night, a good luck with your presentation tomorrow.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye, Camila. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye. Take care. Thank you, teacher.
Alulema Nelson.
Good evening, teacher. My name is Armando Lema. I am 23 years old. I'm a student accounting and auditing at the University de las Personas Más Este. I live in Machachi, in Ecuador, which is a quiet and beautiful city surrounded by nature. My favorite subject is financial auditing because I enjoy learning how to analyze financial information, and I think it's very important for my future career. When I feel nervous or scared, I usually go outside to get some fresh air or listen to music because it helps me relax and feel better. I like wearing light and comfortable clothes because they make me feel relaxed during the day. In my free time, I enjoy playing soccer with my friends and spending time with my family. Um, I have never climbed on the mountain, but I'm going to it very soon because I love nature and I want to have that experience. I have never been there a roller coaster because I have no the opportunity yet. I have never swum in the ocean, but I have swum in the sea. I have tried sushi and I really like it because it's delicious. If you visit Machachi, I recommended the part of the night volcanoes because it is one of the most beautiful place in the area. This weekend, I am going to play soccer with my friends, and after that, I am going to relax and prepare it for my class. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Armandito. Mansaba Allison.
Ya. Yo soy del grupo de Alison, somos un grupo teacher. A ver, comencemos. Um, all right, guys. Let's get started with this word up. On page 13.3, question A. Ask us what's happening in this picture looking at the first one on the top left. It's honestly a total disaster zone. There is a guy sitting at his computer with headphones on completely, ignoring the absolute chaos around him. Clothes are scattered all over the floor, and the bed is humid. It looks exactly like my room during finals week. To be honest, he seems completely sí, detached from reality, and in my opinion, this person definitely does not organize his time well. If you don't even have 5 minutes to pick up your socks, and your schedule is out of control. What do you think, Monje?
I completely agree with you, Eric. That room is weird. And if you look at the second picture right next to it, on the top right is not much better. There is a guy just lying on his on social media. We have all been there, right? You tell yourself you will just just check one notification, and suddenly 2 hours have passed, and you have done absolutely nothing productive. He looks cozy, but you can tell he's probably avoiding some serious responsibilities or homework. He's letting technology take over his day instead of sticking to a proper routine.
Those two are definitely procrastinating, but check out the bottom pictures. The one on the bottom left shows a group of co-workers or students taking a very energetic selfie in an office setting. They look happy, but honestly it makes me wonder if they are actually working or just messing around when they should be meeting a deadline. Then, if you look at the bottom right picture, you see the consequence of a bad planning. There's a student completely passed out, sleeping face down on a pile of open textbooks. And it's clear to me that he probably left all his studying until the very last night and had to pull off the all-nighters. That is the classic definition of poor time management.
Exactly, David. Summarize question A for a whole group. I think no one of people in these 4 photos organized their time well. They present the two worst extremes of time management. On one hand, you have the top pictures and the selfie where people are just wasting time, distracting themselves and avoiding their course. On the other hand, the last pictures shows someone who overdid it because he didn't space out his tasks properly, leading to total exhaustion. A good time management is all about balance, and this image shows exactly what happens when you lack that balance.
That's a perfect analysis, Michaela. Now let's move on to question B. Do you think you organized your time well? Why or why not? Personally, I have to admit I really struggle with it. I try to be organized and I love buying pretty planners and highlighters, but actually sticking to the plan is a whole different story. I am a master procrastinator. If I have an easy due next week, I will suddenly find the urge to deep clean my entire house just to avoid writing it. So most of the time, I end up looking exactly like the guy sleeping on the textbooks in the bottom picture. What about you, Alison?
Oh, Natalia, I feel your pain so much. Yeah, I used to be exactly like that, but lately, I have been trying really hard to improve my time management skills and started using the Pomodoro technique, where I work for 25 minutes and then take a 5 minutes break. It actually helps a lot because it prevents me from become the guy in the top right picture who spends hours scrolling in bed. However, it's still a daily battle. On weekends, my organization skill completely vanish, and I just want to relax. I think organizing time I well is a habit that takes a lot of discipline, and I'm still halfway there.
Well, it sounds like we are your best her. In my case, I think I actually organize my time pretty well, mostly because I have a really pocket and no other choice. If I don't plan my day hour by hour, everything falls apart. I use a time block method where I assign specific hours for studying, exercising, and hanging out with friends. This prevents me from getting stressed or don't get me wrong, I'll still have days where I just want to lay down and nothing, but I make sure to schedule my lays time too.
And that's awesome, Miguel. I wish I had your discipline. Hearing all of you makes me realize that I definitely lean more towards Allison and Natalia's side. I really need to stop telling myself I will do it in 5 minutes because those 5 minutes always turn into 3 hours. I think my main goal for this semester shows be to clear my desk and start working in a messy environment like the first picture.
Same here, Eric. I think my biggest challenge is the phone. Just like the guy on the top right of the page. I have decided that from now on, when I need to study, I will put my phone in another room or turn on do not disturb mode. It's crazy how much time we lose without noticing just because of social media notifications.
That's a great strategy, Javier. For me, my biggest fear is ending up like the guy passed out of the textbooks. Pulling all-nighter is the worst feeling ever, and you don't even learn anything because your brain is freed. I need to start breaking down big projects into smaller tasks so I don't leave everything for the last second.
I totally agree with everyone. It's comforting to see that we all face similar changes. To conclude our group discussion about page 53, I think we can agree that while time management is incredibly difficult and requires a lot of trial and error, it's absolutely necessary if we want to survive our exams and avoid total chaos.
Definitely, Michaela. Hearing all your strategies actually gives me some hope, but it also makes me realize how much I need to change my habits. My main takeaway from looking at these photos is that I seriously need to stop romanticizing the last minute rush. I always tell myself that I work better under pressure, but that's just a huge lie I use to justify my procrastination. It's not healthy. It causes unnecessary anxiety and it always leaves me feeling completely drained.
That is excellent goal, Natalia. Honestly, listening to all of you makes me realize that we are all in the same boat, trying to figure this out. I think the key is consistency. For example, my goal for this month is to strictly protect my weekends so I can't actually rest. Instead of letting chores accumulate, if we organize our weekends properly, we would not have to spend our Sundays stressed out about pending segments. Let's try to keep each other accountable this semester so nobody ends up completely bored out or sleep on their desk like the guy in the picture.
I completely support that idea, Alice. Since I'm already using the time blocking method, I can definitely help you guys set up a template or a digital calendar if you want. It takes some time to get used to it, but I completely change your life. Good. Time management is a robot and student 24/7. It's actually about making time for the things that matter, like sleep, exercise, and sleeping well, enjoying our free time without feeling weekly. So let's agree with the tips, stay organized, and now let's finally move on the rest of lesson.
Thank you, teacher. That's our presentation.
Thank you, Natalia, Javier, Alison, Miguel Ángel, David, Micaela. Amancha Damaris.
Hey, take a look at these photos on this page. The whole topic is about organizing your time. What do you think, Flor, is going on in that first picture?
Well, in the couple of one, it looks like a guy is playing video games, but his bedroom is a total disaster. There are clothes and stuff scattered all over the place. He definitely doesn't look very organized.
Yeah, you're right. His room is chaotic. And look at the boy next to him or the top right. He is just lying off his bunk bed, completely glued to his phone. I bet he's ignoring his chores or homework.
Oh, absolutely. It reminds me of the group in the bottom left picture. Those people are supposed to be working or studying at their desk, but they are busy taking a playful selfie instead.
Exactly, total procrastination. But the last photo on the bottom right is the most relatable one. That a student is completely exhausted and fell fast asleep right on top of his open books.
Poor guy, he probably stayed up all night studying. So, looking at all of them, do you think any of these people manage their time well?
Not at all. They all seem distracted, messy, or completely overwhelmed because they probably left everything for the last minute. What about you? Do you think you organize your time well?
Honestly, it depends on the week. I try to plan ahead, but it easily get distracted by social media or my friends. Sometimes I end up super stressed, just like the sleeping guy in the photo. What about you?
I think I'm getting better at it. I start using a planner to keep track of my projects and schedules. It really helps me stay on the top of things so I don't have to panic tonight before a deadline.
That's a really smart idea. I shall definitely start doing that too, or my room is going to look exactly like that messy bedroom in the first photo.
Less about that. Come on, let's get to work before we run out of time. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Damaris and Flor. Argüello Brian.
Good evening, teacher. My name is Alejandro, and today I'm going to talk about organizing your time, based on the image from our books. Let's initially see what those forums tell us about the main event. Starting with the tablet forums, we see a person working at a computer in a very messy room. The skater explodes, and it seems suggests the individual is struggling. Eliminate their priorities and struggles. The next, the top rate forums. Here your person is leering on their beat, completely absorbed by their smartphone. Serious plate represent cross-nacing as they are choosing over their responsibilities. Moves the bottom left forums. This is a group they call it loud and taking a selfie is an office. Their happiness suggests they have found a healthy bit between being productive and enjoy their time. Finally, the bottom right follows a person is sleeping, open textbook. This sent the burnout and exhausted, likely causing by planning and leaving work until the last minutes. Uh, Regarding the question, do you like things you organize your time with? To be honest, sometimes I struggle with this. Like a person in the sub rate follows. I often get distracted by my phone what I should be working. Favorite, I to I to be more like to grow up in office. Third, will still enjoy peers. They, I believe, video organizes it the the exceptional way is finally made. In conclusion, the main remain was that managing our time is excellent for our success or well-being. Thank you for teacher.
Thank you, Brian. Ayala Juan.
Yes, teacher. Good evening, teacher. I'm you going to describe the image and have a separate material to share over screen. My team is made up of Jorge, Johnny, Albert, and Brandon, and my person. We will present to description of the image in that order.
Okay, teacher. Hi everyone, I'm Jorge. I'll describe the first picture. On the top left, we see a guy playing video games in really messy room. Clothes and trash are very everywhere. Um, Answering the first question, he definitely doesn't organize his time well. He prioritizes gaming over his day chores. And for example, for me, I really like the video games and relax for me. But I organize the time for these things more important. Regarding myself as a student in electronics and automation, I know how important it's to have an organized system. Just like a well-wired circuit, I think I organize my time decently, but I can improve. So sometimes I spend too much time troubleshooting code or hardware and forget about other tasks. However, I use project management apps to keep track of my deadlines for my automation projects and personal life, which helps keep things functionality smoothly. Thanks.
Hello, I am Johnny. Looking at the bottom right, the photo image, there are guys uh, who will sleep on desk. Right on his textbook, he looks exhausted, probably crying the night before. A big test. He clearly doesn't organize his time well, leaving things to the last minute leads to the system. Failure basic. Um, as for me, working in electronic and automation requires extreme precision when I am programming PLC using ladder or graphical logic or designs HMI screen. I have to be highly methodical. I apply that same structure logic to my daily schedule between my technical projects and my advanced English class and my times straight disciplines. I block out the specifics or for each task ensure that I met all my objectives with you ending of burning. I would like to go in the picture.
Hey group, my name is Brandon. I focus on the bottom left picture, where coworkers are taking a fun selfie. They look happy and relaxed. In my opinion, they which actually be organizing their time very well. I feel like electronic and automatizations. We now the machines can run constantly, but humans can taking short breaks boost productivity. To to answer part B, I think my time management is quite good. I approach my with like a control system, setting clear inputs and explain outputs for my study hours and lab work. I use timing to ensure I take screen breaks, which prevent me from feeling overwhelmed when dealing with complex automation problems. Sometimes some days are challenging, but having this structure routine really keeps me on track.
Hi, I am Albert. I will describe the top right picture. There is a boy lying in bed, smiling at his smartphone. It looks like it's late at night. I don't think he manages his time well. In medicine, we study how detrimental excessive screen time before bed is for sleep hygiene and our circadian rhythms. For the second question, my time management is a work in progress. Studying medicine demands memorizing massive amount of information, like anatomy and pharmacology. I try to organize my study blocks efficiently, but the workload can be overwhelming. Sometimes, just like the boy in the photo, I end up looking at my phone to distress when I should be resting. I am actively trying to prioritize my sleep because future doctors need a clear mind.
Hello everyone, my name is Juan. The live image perfectly illustrates different styles choice. The success student and the messing garment show for time management, which other leading to chronic stress and the negative health outcomes. On the other hand, are the co-workers taking average show healthy and mental balances. Recording on the time management, being and the medical field records need to be extremely organized. Hospital practice and study take up most of my day. I use training tools, apps to track to do this. Training my time like a vital signs that need constant monitoring. By being disciplined with a social, I sure I don't compromise in my immune system through stress and still have time for my personal well-being. Will is essential to eventually take good of the party. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. Followed by Alex.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Alex Solovay. Now I'm going to start my oral exam. I think I organize my time well, sometimes, but not always. My daily routine is very busy because I'm a university student. In the morning and afternoon, I usually go to university, attend class, take notes, and do activities with my classmates. After that, I also have English class. So my day is long and sometimes I feel very tired. When I get home, I still have many things to do. For example, I need to study for tests, do homework, prepare presentation, read documents, and review important information for my subjects. Because of this, I try to organize my activities and decide what I need to do first. I usually start with the most important homework or the work that I have to deliver soon. However, I don't organize my time perfectly. Sometimes I spend too much time using my phone, watching videos, or resting more than necessary. Also, when I have many assignments at the same time, I can feel stressed and I lose concentration. For that reason, I think I need to improve my organization. In my opinion, organized time is very important because it helps finish my tasks, study better, and feel less stressed. I wanted to make a daily schedule, avoid distraction, and use my free time carefully. I also think, think it's important to rest because if I'm too tired, I cannot study well. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Alex. Valladares Jorge. Bastidas Karen.
Hi, teacher. Good evening. Today I'm going to share my opinion about this for picture and answer the question about time management. For the first picture, I think going planning very important. When people don't organize their time, every time can be cause stressful and difficult. It is always better for prepare this in advance. For the second picture, I believe that spending too much time for home is not going habit. Technology is usual, but a short code when to short head and they focus on the responsibility. Therefore, the picture they is very good example for the management working toward sharing ideas for helping other the grants might to complete the successful for the picture for picture 4 they is important to have to balance the student for resisting working too much with not can meet feel right and affect your performance. To answer the second question, I did organize my time. I went unusual and I planned for my homework and the day activity. I therefore finish my responsibility before relax for using my phone. Sometimes I distract, but always free to improve because goal time management, they reduce the stress, achieve my goal, and the more free time. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Valladares Jorge. Bonin Aydin.
Teacher, with Bon,
Ethan
we are a group with Ethan Braño, Aidin Bonin, and my person, Alan Mora. Yep. Okay. And hello, guys. My name is Alan. I want to talk about of these pictures. What do you think about the first picture, Joao?
What's up, Alan? Well, I think the person doesn't organize his time very well. His room is really messy and there are clothes and shoes everywhere. Uh, he is working on his computer, but there isn't clean in his room.
Yes, I agree with you. Maybe yesterday he was very busy, so he didn't have to time to clean this room.
Hi. Yes, and I think he has forgotten to organize his room because it looks very empty.
Yes. What about the second picture, Edin?
I think the boy is spending too much time on his phone. He's lying on bed and smiling. Maybe he's chatting with his friends.
That's true. He has probably spent a lot of time in maybe social medias.
Yes, sometimes I do the same thing, but I'm trying to spend less time on my phone.
Okay, and let's look at picture number 3 and tell me, Alan, what do you think?
I like this picture because I think these people organize their time very well. They are taking a selfie after working together, I think. They look happy because they have finished their work, I suppose.
Yes, I agree. It's important to study, but it's also important to enjoy some free time with friends. And finally, picture 4. I don't think this student managed his time well. He's sleeping on his books.
Maybe last night he studied until very late. I don't know.
Yes, I think that's why he's so tired.
Okay, for the question B, and I question for Alan. Do you think you organize your time well?
I think sometimes, but I usually make a schedule, but sometimes I spend too much time on my phone or computer. However, I have improved this year. For example, tomorrow I am studying English after work. But what about you, Heidi?
In my case, I think I am more organized now. Last semester, I wasted a lot of time, but I have learned to play my day better. Next Monday, I'm meeting my classmate to study English.
That's great, but don't worry, then I will help both your practice English before the next class.
Perfect. If we work together, we'll do a great presentation. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks. That's all, teacher.
Thank you, Ethan, Alan, Aidin. You can go be free. You can study after work because you said that. Because you study after work and King got so.
Yes, teacher. Yo iba a hacer las imágenes del libro. Ok. In the first part, the room is very messy. We show poor organization. In the second part, the person is laying on the bed using a phone. probably wasting time. In the third photo, the group of friends is taking a selfie. Uh, enjoy team safe, which found both not productive. Finally, in the fourth post, the person is studying at the desk, clearly managing their time well. And so two photos shows this disorganization and distraction, sí, on show sociality and only on shows effective time management. Okay, on the one hand, I try to organize my time by study and complete my task before the deadlines. On the other hand, sometimes the distraction be my phone or leave things for the last minute. In general, I think in managing in time files well, but it's called definitely improve.
Thank you, John. Briones Jackson.
Sí, teacher. Okay. My name is Jackson Briones. My speaking is of the page 53. Organize your time. In this picture, we can see different ways of using time. And the third person is working, but their rank is missing. So they probably want time looking for this. And the second is resting on the phone. This is good, but if it lasts too long, it's the lies that the third group work together and has fun, and so they are efficient. The last student fell asleep, overbooked, meaning they left everything for the last minute. I try to organize my time well. I balance study, work, rest, and friends. Sometimes I get distracted, but I am learning to aim better. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Jackson. Canencia María Elena.
I am doing it with my group. Good evening. Good evening. Today we are going to take about organize our time. We all have different responsibility, like study, doing homework, helping at home, and spending time with our family and friends. Good time management helps you have a better and less stressed life.
And that's right, Maria. The picture shows different examples of how people try time. So our time have good habits, while other need to import. Let's talk about pictures and share our opinions.
Let's start with the first picture. We can see a very messy room. They are clothes and other things and over the floor. I don't think this person organized their time well because they probably leave everything for later instead of cleaning the room every day.
I agree Messi Duncan, my people face stress and distress. If we spend only a few minutes cleaning every day, our room will stay organized and we will have more time for other activities.
And now let's look on the second picture. A boy is lying on his bed and using his phone. Maybe he is talking to his friends or watching videos. Using a phone is not bad, but if we spend too much time too too much times on it, we can forget on homework or other responsibilities.
Yes, many students spend hours on social media. With notice the time is the import the control screen time. We should finish our homework and import things before using our iPhones for entertainment.
The third picture is different. We can see a group of people working together. They look happy and motivated. I think they organize they work very well because everyone is participating and helping each other.
Teamwork is great when to save time. When people cooperate, they can finish their work faster and learn for catch other. Good communication is also very important.
Finally, in the last picture, we can see a student sleeping on a desk. Maybe he stayed up a very late student, or maybe he didn't organize his time well or finish his homework at the last minute.
Seriously, a no is very important. If we don't keep a no rest, we feel tired and we can't pay attention in class. What he will show Mike Riley should should they for it?
Now let's answer the second question. Do you think you organize your same way? In my case, I try to organize my diet. I write down my homework. I try to finish I before I relax. Sometimes it's difficult, but I do my best.
For me, sometimes it's easy, but sometimes it isn't. I have to try by my phone or television. However, I am trying to improve it by making a to-do list.
Really time to see or listen.
Book and my important activities. It helped me remember everything and avoid doing things last minute.
I think IT management is an important skill for everyone. It helps us become more responsive, reduce stress, and allows us to enjoy our free time without worrying about using work.
I believe a student shows balance the study time, family time, exercise and rest, a balanced routine helps also stay while seeing achieve better results at the school.
Even small habits can make a big difference. For example, preparing our school materials the night before or making simple daily plan can save a lot of time.
In conclusion, organizer work time is very important. Is help us complete work responsibilities, avoid stress, and have more time uh, to enjoy the things we like.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. Ceballos Yandri. Ceballos Yandri. Ceballos Yandri.
Teacher, ¿me puede escuchar?
Ahí sí le podemos escuchar.
Gracias, teacher. In the first picture, the bedroom is very messy, and clothes are on the bed and the floor. In the second picture, I can see he's looking at his phone. In the third picture, a group of friends is taking a photo. And the fourth picture, a student is sleeping on a desk. The people in the photos are distracted by their phones, playing video games, and taking up. In my opinion, they are not organized their time very well. They are avoiding essential tasks like tidying of their messy rooms. I organize my time very well. First, I tidy all my room, then I complete my university assignments, and finally have free time to relax, play video games or listen to music. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Yandri. Chikaisa Johnny. Luisa Jose.
Present, teacher. Uh, we can begin.
Yes.
Yeah. Good night, everyone. Firstly, this group consists of Sergio Logroño, Jordan Marquez, Darío Cisneros, and myself, Jose Chiluisa. Today we have prepared a short discussion about organizing our time. First, we are going to describe the picture and answer the question. Uh, Okay, in the first picture, it looks like a student is studying in a very messy room. There are clothes, books, and many things on the floor. Maybe he has a lot of homework and doesn't have enough time to clean his room. I think he needs to organize his times better because a clean place helps people study more comfortably.
In the second picture, it seems that the boy is lying in bed and using his phone. He looks relaxed, but maybe he'll spend too much time on social media or playing games. If we spend many hours on our phones, we don't finish our homework sometimes. That's why it's important to balance our free time and our responsibilities.
The third picture shows a group of students working together. They look happy because they are helping each other. Working as a team is sometimes easier than studying alone. I usually study with my classmates before an important exam because we learn faster together.
In the last picture, it looked like the student is sleeping on his books. He probably studied at night and knew he feels exhausted. Last semester, I stayed up late several times because I had many assignments. Now I try to organize my schedule better so I can study and rest at the same time.
Personally, I don't think everyone in the picture organizes their time very well. For example, the student who is sleeping probably studied too much without taking breaks. If we don't rest enough, we can learn um, effective, effective.
I agree with you. Good time management is very important for students. I usually make a schedule before I start studying because it helps me finish my homeworks early. If I follow my schedule, I have more free time later.
That reminds me of last semester. I was always studying at the last minute. One night, I was doing my homework when I realized I had another assignment for the next day. It was really, but I learned an important lesson.
I had a similar experience when I started university. I used to leave everything until the last day. Now I try to finish my homework little by little because I don't like feeling stressed anymore.
That's true. I think many students used to have the same problems. Fortunately, we can improve if we change our habits.
Exactly. Organizing our time isn't easy, but it's come easier with practice. Those are very good ideas. Now let's talk about our own experience. Have you ever had problems organizing your time?
Yes, I have forgotten important achievements because I didn't organize my time well. Since then, I have started using a planner and it has helped me a lot.
I have had the same struggles. No, I write all my homework in a notebook, and I almost never forget anything.
I think a planner is more useful than trying to remember everything. In my opinion, studying a little every day is better than studying all night before an exam.
I completely agree. The students who is sleeping looks more tired than the other students. I think his study habits are the words in the pictures.
Yes, and the group of students looks happier because they are helping each other. Working together is not as stressful as studying alone all the time.
That's true. Friends can always support each other. If one person has problem, the others can help.
Next semester, I will organize my time better. Uh, I will also spend less time on my phone while I am studying.
That's a great idea. If you ever need advice about planning your schedule, I can share some tips with you.
Thank you, and if you forget an assignment, I will remind you.
Don't worry, we will support each other this semester.
Excellent. It sounds like everyone has learning how to organize their time better. Let's finish our discussion with a final conclusion.
After discussing this picture, I think we all agree that organizing our time is very important. Good organization helps us study better, reduce stress, and have time for our family and friends.
I also learned that asking for help is good, was to solve problems. Sometimes we think we have to do everything alone, but working together makes things easier.
I will try to use my time more wisely from now on. I hope I can improve my study habits and enjoy more free time in the future.
In conclusion, management our time is a skill that everyone should develop. If we organize our responsibilities, we can have a happier, and more balanced life.
Thank you very much for listening to our discussion. We hope you enjoyed our presentation and found it interesting. Remember that good time management is not only important for the students, but for everyone. Thank you for your attention and have a great night. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. Chipantisa Helen Natasha.
Good evening, teacher. Can you listen me?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, teacher. Good evening, classmates. My name is Natasha, and I am going to talk about some steps or advices to make a photo descriptions. When we have to describe a photo, we have a simple steps or advices to do these photo descriptions. We have some W questions like what I can see, where are the people, and what is happening. And this is help us to understand the picture. And we start with the general descriptions. We can use phrases like the picture shows, or in this picture I can see. Next, we talk about the different parts of the different elements of the picture, like the background, like the corner, the left, the right, in the center in the photo. After we can talk about the people, the number of the people, their ages, their appearances, and for example, we can say the children are playing or this woman is young. And if we are not completely sure about the photo, we can use some phrases like speculations, like it looks like, it might be, it could be. And we should use some adjectives to make our descriptions. For example, we can use the high score adjectives to make a more interesting description, and we can connect the ideas with phrases like first in the other picture to compare another. And yes, and we have to talk about the details. For example, we have 50 seconds to give a short descriptions in general in the photo, 30 seconds to talk about the description, the details, and we have other 50 seconds to talk about the speculation or the ideas. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Helen. Echeverría Doménica.
Present, teacher. Good night, teacher. Good night, classmates. First, I'm going to start by talking about the time management. I think that learning how to organize our time is one of the most important skills we can develop, not only as students, but also in your daily lives. When we manage our time well, we usually feel less stressed. We can finish our responsibilities more easily, and we even have enough time to relax and enjoy the things we like. On the other hand, when we don't organize our time, everything starts to feel overwhelming, and ever simple tasks become more difficult than they really are. When I imagine this situation, I think about a student who really wants to study and do well in school, but their room is completely messy. There are probably books on the bed, clothes on the floor, papers everywhere, and maybe even some school materials that are difficult to find. Honestly, if my room looked like that, I don't think I would be able to concentrate very well either. I know myself and I get distracted very easily when everything around me is disorganized. Instead of studying, I will probably spend time looking for my notebook or a pen, and that would make me lose a valuable time. If I were that student, I would first clean and organize my room before doing anything else. I really believe that having an organized space helps us have an organized mind as well. From my own experience, I've noticed that whenever I study in a clean and quiet place, I learn faster and I don't feel as stressed. I also try to avoid checking my phone every few minutes because that usually interrupts my concentration. Of course, nobody is perfect, and sometimes I'll also procrastinate or get distracted, but I always try to improve my habits. For me, organizing my time isn't about being perfect every day. It's about making small decisions and help me become more responsible, that stay focused, and feel more confident about what I have to do. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Dominic. Jacome Juan Carlos.
Buenas noches, teacher. Yo voy a hacer la descripción de la página. Mm, no sé si se ve la cámara. Ya le prendí, pero no se ve. No se ve.
La verdad, Juan, no.
Ahí se ve.
Ahí.
Ahí sí, creo que sí. A ver, the first question, look the picture, what's happening? Do you think the people on the photos organize their time well? Uh, well, answer the first question from my point of view. I don't think that in any of the photos people are organizing their time well. For example, in the first one is the typical imaging of someone who prioritizes games. I mean, it looks like he's addicted because he preferred playing over cleaning his room. You can see how messy the room is, the bed is humid, and on the floor there's what looks like a rug or white comfort with several things on it. You can tell the guy don't managing his time well because already that time and he's still in his pajama pants. You say that he has he has his headphones on so at his time and focus are practically on that computer, most likely game. In the second photo where you say the kid of his cell phone, not much to say. He's had a kid on his phone, procrastinating, maybe watching TikToks, but also because of the way he's holding the phone with one hand. It looks like he's typing a messenger. It seems like he's chatting, so I don't exactly see it is wasting time, since the conversation could be important. In the third spot, practically insert for working. They are taking picture. I mean, there they are definitely wasting their time. I say this because if they have a monitor and computer right under it, they are most like working on some projects and need to get it done fast, but instead of doing that, they are taking photos, suggest they are wasting their time. As for the fourth one, well, I will not say he's wasting his time exactly, but I did sometimes yes, you can tell you guys what thing to study, but he fell asleep right next to his book. By the sleeping, resting his head on his arm, it looks like he doesn't of while studying. You can say the poor guy does not how to organize his time well. Maybe he stay up late the night before and affected the day he studying and sleeping he just but him. Y la segunda pregunta que es, do you think you organize your time well? Why or why not? And well, answering the second question, sometimes I do organize my time well, but it's really hard when you study, work, and also go out to parties or events or play sport. It is very difficult because sometimes I prioritize other things. For example, there are times when I don't realize that it's also good to go out and focus too much on my homework or exams, and there are other moments when the opposite happens, where I pay more attention to going or with friends than to university, especially when I'm here broken. Eso sería, teacher.
Thank you, Juan Carlos. Reyes Luis Felipe.
Okay, good evening, teachers. I will explain the column written, right? Or page 53. Okay. The first, in the first picture, I can see a very messy bedroom. There are clothes, shoes, and other personal items scattered all over the floor. The bed is unmade and there are blankets and pillows in different places. On the left side of the room, there's a person standing near a desk, probably looking for something or trying to organize their belongings. The room looks quiet, empty, and it seems that nobody has cleaned it for several days. There is also a chair, some books, and different objects that make the room look crowded. In the second picture, I can see a teenage boy lying comfortable on his bed while using his smartphone. He's holding the phone with both hands and looking at the screen very carefully. Yeah, and he seems relaxed and entertained, maybe watching videos, chatting with friends, or scrolling through social media. In this picture, the picture number 3, I can see a group of young friends talking about something together. They are all smiling, logging, and looking very happy. One person is holding a smartphone while everyone gathers around to appear in the picture. They seem to be enjoying a fun moment together at work. On the table, there is a laptop and other objects, suggesting that they may have been working on project before talking the phone. On the last picture, I can see a student sleeping at the desk. His head is resting on his arms, and there are books, notebooks, and school materials around him. He looks very tired, as if he had been studying for many hours without taking a break. It's possible that he has an important exam or a project to finish. So he stayed up late working. The place looks like a library or a study area because there are large windows and a quiet environment. Many students experience this situation when they have a lot of homework or feel stressed by their responsibilities. And answering the first question of their if warm up, uh, I think no, because they spend too much time doing these kinds of activities and don't focus on what they really should be doing, with the exception of the last image picture. Since you could justify uh, why this boy end up that way. However, should be a balance in their study time so that it doesn't come this. And the question letter B of warm up, I think yes, because I always set a start to finish time limits for each of my daily activities so I can keep everything under control and avoid any problems. However, there are times uh, I in this I be specific, so not all the time. When my schedule gets a little tight, forcing me to reorganize or even postpone things so that everything can fit together and I don't miss any of them. And that's it, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you, Luis. Manos Salvas Byron.
I can explain the four pictures. So in these pictures, I can see different people and different activities. For in the first picture, the room is very messy and there are clothes and other things on the floor. I think this person doesn't know organize his time very well because the room is not clean. And in the second picture, a boy is using his phone in bed. Maybe he's spending too much time on social media instead of doing homework or see the social media. In the picture, I can see a group of people working together. They look happy and organized. I think they are using their time in a good way because because they are working as a team. And in the last picture, a person is sleeping on a desk. Maybe his person is very tired because he studied or worked too much. Um, for the second question, I think this is important to organize our time to have time for work, study, rest, or fun. In my case, I try to organize my time to go to the gym or make a list of my homework or do important activities. And I also try to finish my homeworks and before I could relax or use my phone to watch videos or see the social media. I know I can improve my time management, but every day I try to do better because organizing my time helps me feel less stressed and more prepared. So when I go to my doctor, he said me that I I have to organize my time to feel better. And that's it. That's all.
Thank you, Sebastian. Santana Joseph.
Hi, teacher. Good evening. So I'm going to describe the four pictures in the page 53. So first of all, we have a very messy room, and we can look that there is a guy that maybe he's playing some video games or doing something not productive in the computer. And also we can see his room is very too many things everywhere. And in a funny game, we can see a kitty behind him, and he or she is looking at all the things that are lying in the room. Also, we can say that maybe he doesn't like to make his bed, so also it's like this. In the second picture, we can see and there is a teenager, and he's rest in his bed, and it don't looks that he is doing something productive because he's maybe in social network, chatting with something, and this it looks like he's procrastinated and don't approach the time very well. In the third picture, we can see maybe one of the things that we could do, that is improve improve the way of working, like have a little breaks. And in this type of break, they are taking a picture, smiling, like sharing with partners. So I can say that they are and they have a great manage of time. And in the last picture, we can see that there is some there is a guy that he's in the desk. He looks like he's sleeping, and maybe this is something that could have happened to all of us because maybe we were doing something important in the late night and we fall asleep. So this is an example of what we don't have to do because if we don't sleep well, we don't have an organized schedule, and it could happen what happens to this guy. So answering the second question, I think that um, mostly of the time I think I organize my time fairly well, but sometimes it happens that I procrastinate, I pass some times in social networks and doing things that maybe I can regret in the future because uh, after that I have to keep too late doing the tasks that I have to do. And in the conclusion, I can say that um, however times I get distracted by the phone or social media, I have to improve these kind of things because it helps me, it will help me to have a better life because I will sleep better, I will study in a better way, and also improves my productivity. And after, and also can give me free time. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Joseph. Lopez Luis.
Present teacher. Okay, good night. Today I go to decry this picture about organize your time. The first picture shows a student in a machine room, and they are closer than other thing or over the floor. This is using his cube computer, but this wrong is very disorganized. I think he means to clean his room and making his time better. The second picture shows about using the cell phone in bed, and he looks happy, but maybe he's spending too much time in this phone instead of studying or getting ready for school. The first picture, the three picture showed a group of friends talking or selfie. They look very happy, are enjoying free time together. Spending to with friends is important, but we also need to balance our social life with our responsibilities. The last picture showed a student sleeping or this boot in the library. He looked very tired. I think he studied too much or didn't organize his time well. It is important to get enough sleep and have a good student, sure. In my opinion, this picture is of the good time management is very important. If we organize our time, we can student, rest, spend time with our family or friends, and still complete our responsibility. Thank you, Rich.
Thank you, Luis. Portilla Esteban.
Okay. Okay. Good night, y'all. I'm gonna talk about time organization. Okay. When I look at these pictures, I think they show different ways of using time. I think if people organize their time well, they usually feel less stressed. For example, the boy who is playing on his computer has a messy room. He looks very relaxed, but I think his parents could feel disappointed of him. Maybe he used to keep his room cleaner some weeks ago, I don't know, but I imagine he was playing when his mother came into the room. On the other hand, the boy who is using his cell phone looks very comfortable, but I hope he doesn't waste so much time on social media. By the way, he seems very lazy. The people in the office look very excited, and I think they manage their time better than the others because they are adults and the others are teenagers. Finally, the last student, the last boy, looks so exhausted. He probably studied too much for an exam, I don't know, but he looks very, very bad. I have learned that good organization is very important. For example, last week I finished all my homework before the weekend, so I had um, much time to relax and spend my free time in my hobbies. In my opinion, personally, the office is the most organized place, and the first bedroom is the messiest. The office has more clothes than the other rooms, and the people are wearing casual but not very fashionable clothes. In conclusion, I think I organize my time quite well. Sometimes, yes, I get distracted by my phone in my home or in college, but I always try to finish my responsibilities first. Obviously, when I'm not working. So I think these four pictures, showed us that good time management makes life in a way easier. Thank you.
Thank you, Esteban. Paucar, Andy.
Person teacher, good night. Sure. Lecture well, and the inscription, the photos, the page number 53. The first picture is a group of friends are together laughing and taking photos they are having for social. Opinion listen to the planning free time in study and social relations. The last. One person sits and beds with books or notebooks, studying or doing school carefully. My opinion is they use time, purpose, and focus on study. This is good planning. The next, a person used their mobile phone, taking a selfie. Taking a selfie, checking messages or the last time and the last photo. People are resting, relaxing around, living or sitting comfortable. Opinion take balanced include rest too. The last question is, do you think you're organizing your time well? My opinion, Yes, I think. I arrange my time well. I make a daily list of things I need to do and put the most important or urgent tasks first. And also take clear time for studying, rest, and meeting friends. This way I finish my work on time and still have free time to relax. So I do not feel stressed. Mm, Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Entrego Jessica.
Hello, teacher. Today I'm going to talk about time management. I think some people organize uh, their time well, but others do not. Some people spend too much time using their phone. Some have a messy place to study or work, and other students so much that they feel very tired. I also think that some people know who to balance work and free time, and that is very important. In my opinion, good time is management help people finish their responsibility, feel less stressed, and have time to relax. It is important to make uh, time for student working, resting, and spending time with my family and friends. About me, I think I organize my time well because I usually make a plan for my day. First, I do my homework and student for my class, and when I finish my responsibility, I relax, use my phone for a while, or spend time with my family. Sometimes get distracted by social media, but I will always try to finish my work first. And I believe that organizing my time helps me become a better student, learn more, and enjoy my free time without feeling stressed. Thank you.
Tuapantan, ahí.
Yeah, good night, teacher. One question, and what's happening? Do you think the people in the photos organize their time well? In the photo one, this is a messy bedroom. Clothes are everywhere. Someone is on the computer is instead of the client. Maybe he spent too much time online on the forward his clothes. I think this person doesn't organize their time well. The photo two, the boy is playing with other bees on his bed. Maybe he's late and the night he should be sleeping or student. He looks very focused on the game, not on the responsibilities. He's not managing his time well. Photo three, it is in this photo co-workers are taking and selfie and work. They look happy. Maybe it's quick break and that's okay. Taking short breaks can actually help people relax and work better. In the photo 4, this student fell asleep over his books. Her probability student too late. Looks like his help everything for the lax minimum. His glasses are next to him. Shohes was still working when he fell. The finally question B, do you think you organize your time well? We or we're not. We think and manager my time. Okay, I my leaks book some meetings yet destroyed my my iPhone. I want to improve this is setting and schedule for a student and taking break. Thank you.
Thank you, Erika Waman.
Present. Uh, uh, I am going to description the same image and say oration of say things to you. One say person is seen is they cook a computer with heat on will the games. Their room is mighty, sugar they con the cons man their team preferably a la two say person apart a zero points will on say but this indication a look or report say me am I younger? La three they seem to be having a good say me heavy finishes they work. They are talking about showing they can how to organize their technique. For say persons per two hablen studying hal sin indicación be and books on says several and open and books they are think my person I can't how to organize my thing. First I had I rallied to go to new Prague war and then my did I home to eat and then I go to I class and do me homework.